Subscribe to our YouTube channel and turn on notifications for the latest updates. Tropical Storm Josephine has swarmed in the tropical Atlantic from what was Tropical Depression 11. It currently has winds of 45 miles an hour and 1,005 millibars as a minimum pressure confirmed by an ASCAP pass, which was able to warrant the upgrade to make this the earliest 10th named storm on record in the Atlantic Basin, beating 2005 by about 9 days. The storm is currently located at 13.7 degrees north, 49.2 degrees west, well out to sea right now between the African coastline and the Caribbean. It is expected to move mostly west-northwest and northwest to actually avoid the Lesser Antilles. It's currently 608 miles from Barbados, 1,016 miles from San Juan, and 1,402 miles from Bermuda. It could potentially get towards Bermuda later on in the forecast period, in between days 5 at the earliest to slightly later on, but it is expected to be weakening significantly at that point and could very well degenerate into an open wave or trough before then. No warnings are in effect with this system, no land impacts are expected within the next several days in accordance with it. However, shipping concerns of course need to monitor this, as it is a disruptive system if you're trying to take a boat through it, of course. Here's the latest model from the GFS showing the precipitation cloud cover. You can see the area of the influence of the storm move towards the northwest and west-northwest, clearing north of the Lesser Antilles and the Caribbean island, moving towards the open Atlantic. And then at the later point of the period, days 3 to 5, it should be weakening as wind shear increases around the system and dry air can inhibit it as well. That's what's leading to the general forecast, as this will degenerate as we get later on into the forecast period, or at least be a tropical depression once we get later on into the time frame. Sea surface temperatures won't be the inhibitor though, 28 degrees Celsius where it is right now, moving into warmer waters actually as we head through the next couple days. However, again, that wind shear, which will be kicking up towards 30 knots most likely as we get towards days 3 to 5, along with more hostile, drier air, will likely see this storm weaken as we continue further out in the forecast period. Here's the GFS wind model, again, a bit late on the initialization, so it's not really picking up on those tropical storm force winds yet, but you can see the center of circulation with that kind of area, with the stronger blues surrounding it, move north of the Lesser Antilles and the Caribbean, and try to open up and weaken as it gets more towards the main central Atlantic, potentially getting towards Bermuda later on in the forecast period, but it's too far out to really say that with any certainty at this point in time. Of course, the chance of tropical storm force winds, these would be for the next 5 days, 0 for everything right now, because it is not expected to be impacting land within the next 5 days for the time being. This could change potentially for Bermuda as we head another 3 days into the future, but again, it's too early to really say right now. The forecast peak for this right now is a 60-mile-an-hour storm within the next 2 days, and you'll see that on this National Hurricane Scanner cone, the storm generally moving to the west, northwest, and northwest, avoiding the Caribbean islands, and then moving up towards the open central tropical Atlantic, potentially making a northward turn towards Bermuda, but that's still more than 5 days out, so that can't really be said with too much certainty. Overall, though, it is expected to be weakening at that point. In between days 3 to 5, expected to go back to a tropical depression in strength, and some of the global models actually open it up into an open wave and trough as well. Here's the latest satellite imagery of Josephine. You can see a bit of a cutoff in the GOES satellite imagery frame overnight, but you can see generally last night and then earlier today in this frame, definitely looking like a better, more symmetrical tropical cyclone, and the ASCAP pass has shown that it has intensified since then, which is warranting its upgrade to a tropical storm in strength. You can see that again with the infrared imagery, a bit more of a consolidated system with a bit better banding features as well. It's a tropical storm, earliest 10th named storm on record in the Atlantic Basin. We'll keep you up to date with the latest. We'll also have a live floater up on YouTube as well, so make sure to subscribe and stay up to date for the latest. On our outlets, force13.com for web articles and the live cyclone tracker. You can also find us here on YouTube. If you're not watching here already, make sure to subscribe. We're also on Facebook. It's Force13 to find our latest posts there, and we're also on Twitter. It's @Force13 to ask us a question on that platform. You can also help the project become even better by becoming a patron. More information can be found at patreon.com/Force13, or you can become an Ultimate fan right here on YouTube for perks and to directly support the project and our future endeavors in these times. You can also find us on Discord to communicate with us on our Discord server. Link is in the description below, and you can message Fool13 at extension 9094.